colleague Sumita Karir is joining us with more details about PM Modi's visit to Russia. Let's go across and listen in.
Expecting a very important and full-fledged visit by Prime Minister Modi to Moscow. Well, that's how the Kremlin described Prime Minister Modi's visit to the 22nd India-Russia Annual Summit. Remember, this is the highest institutional dialogue mechanism between the two countries. The Prime Minister is there today and tomorrow, and from there on, he's also visiting Austria as well. Now, remember, this is the Prime Minister's first visit since the Russia-Ukraine war started. Also, his first bilateral after assuming office and his first in nearly 5 years. Remember, President Putin is expected to host a dinner tonight for the Prime Minister, and then there will be several engagements on delegation level and one-on-one talks as well. Why is this visit important? Well, Russia has been one of India's oldest and time-trusted allies, and India depends on Russia for defense manufacturing, defense supplies, oil supplies as well, discounted oil from Russia, cooperation on nuclear reactors, those, and then there will be a review of several other areas, including expanding exports to Russia, connectivity, space, defense supplies, oil, and trade. Remember, the Foreign Secretary also hinted on last week that there could be discussion on G7 sanctions that have been imposed on Russia. There will be views on contemporary issues of regional and global issues as well, including Ukraine. The timing of this summit is particularly important because this is also happening at the time when the US is hosting a NATO members summit where Russian President Volodymyr Zelensky is likely to be present. And this visit between India and Russia could dispel worries that experts have pointed out that New Delhi was getting too close to the West. Remember, just a few days back, the Prime Minister attended G7, and those experts have been reiterating that New Delhi is getting too close to the West and furthering away from Moscow, ceding space to China. Now, despite the West's hostility towards Russia after the Ukraine war, President Putin has been reaching out to as many allies as possible to get those allies on his side. In fact, he also met with President Xi Jinping last week at the SCO summit, where he's he's reported to have hailed the stability of ties between the two nations. So this visit between the Prime Minister and the Russian President will be signaling, will be to signal that ties between India and Russia, despite whatever meetings, etc., may be happening, remain resilient. And secondly, from a Russia lens, this really bodes well for the country amidst West's alienation, West's castigation and isolation of Russia.
All right, Sumita, thanks for all of those details. Let's move away from.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.